Mirror Slogan 23, you're joining me for Distant Shores, Chapter 4, Mutiny on the Revenge. With Admiral Cochrane's man of war just in the sight, on the horizon, Robert has challenged Edward's position as captain of the Revenge. Well, who's with me?
Who's with me? Who's with me?
Pointing right at Edward. He's doing this now with the Admiral's ship right in sight. Hope Edward's prepared for it. A ripple of shock runs through the crew. But Robert, this is mutiny. And foolhardy with the danger afoot. I can't believe this is happening. Well, I know Shut your mouth before you say something you regret, Octavia. Yeah, any of us have a right to voice our disagreement to the captain's command. A disagreement, yes, but Robert's talking mutiny. See, Edward, look at how your command has divided the crew. Don't concern yourself with them, Robert. Edward draws his own sword, the weapon catching the line. This is between you and me. And if you want to be captain, then you can earn it in a duel. There are a few gasps from the crew, but you're focused on Edward. He catches your eye and winks. This has to be part of his plan. I just have to follow his lead. As the two of them lift their swords, the crew draws back to form a circle around them. Maggie wraps a hand around your arm and tugs you to stand next to her. Interesting. Don't worry, Peyton. Edward can handle this. I know, but this is ridiculous. They're grown men. Aye, but they're also pirates. Robert just challenged his captain, and neither would yield without a fight. Edward, one way or another, this ends today. Aye, finally something we can both agree on. As swords flash through the air as the duel begins, their movements are so quick it's all you can do to keep up with the action. How do you know who's winning? It doesn't matter who's winning until the final blow. Robert's attacks are relentless as he pitches his sword from side to side with great force, but Edward parries each blow, biding his time as his opponent wears himself out. Throughout it all, Charlie stands rigidly beside you, her brow drawn together in a stormy frown. Charlie, are you okay? I know the two oafs would never see eye to eye, but I never thought men. It always comes back to swords with them. Robert and Edward meet with a terrible clash, their faces inches away from each other as their blades lock together, each struggling for control. You can yield, Robert. This won't end well for you. No, it can't end worse than going up against a man of war. They pull apart only for a few, their swords to meet again in a fury of quick blows that drives Robert back a step. Maggie dodges out of the way as the fight barrels right towards you. Oh crap. I'm just gonna dodge. Dive out of the way, barely escaping, being trampled as Robert scrambles away from Edward's fierce swing. Alright. Yeah, I've been better. Edward feigns with the blade, luring Robert into a heavy swing that's easily dodged. He flicks his sword towards Robert, cutting his cheek. Damnation!
Go for the eyes! Go for the eyes!
I warned you not to do this, Robert. Stop talking and fight! Edward complies, closing in on Robert with a flurry of blows. How does he do that? A great deal of practice. Just then, Edward twists his wrist just right, sending Robert's weapon clattering to the deck. For a moment, there's nothing but silence. And then you hear another blade being drawn behind you. For Robert! What? This woman is gonna die, I swear to God. Octavia's sword, drawn and ready. Octavia, no! But it's too late. Octavia's sword is already swinging towards Edward's unprotected back. Treachery! Charlie catches Octavia's sword with her own, drawing her back with a furious swing. The deck erupts around you in furious shouts. Cheater! All around you, the crew dropping their weapons and leaping into the fray. Octavia barrels towards you and you rush up to the quarterdeck. You know, I tried to not intervene. This is all your fault! You turn to face her and raise your sword, thinking back on your lesson with Edward. Really? Because it seems like, it's Robert's fault to me. Edward's made nothing but poor choices since you arrived. She swings at your chest. I feel like parrying, but also feigning. Let's try feigning. You breathe in to parry one way, then quickly launch a counterattack on the other side, taking her off guard. Oh! Stop underestimating me. You lock weapons with Octavia, both of you struggling to gain an advantage until your knee her sharply in the stomach. She doubles over in pain and you knock her sword out of her hand. I guess you were right after all. This is all my fault. You fight your way through the chaos back to Charlie's side. Nice work back there. I had a great teacher. You might want to duck, love. What? Duck! You drop to the deck. Her blade flashes over your head, catching Kendrick's sword mid-slash. Whoa, that was close. Why are you doing this, Kendrick? You know why, lass. Charlie growls as she advances on Kendrick. Oh! Looks like Charlie's got this to cover. You turn back for Edward, but come face to face with Robert instead. You! He takes a menacing step forward, his beautiful sword gleaming in the sunlight. You've been nothing but bloody thorn in my side. I look forward to plucking you out. You think I'm afraid of you or your little bird? Which question, where the hell's the bird this entire time? You should be. Edward's not here to protect you, girl. Robert is so set on underestimating me. I bet I can disarm him with arrogance alone. Plus, I'd love to have his awesome sword. Disarm Robert to keep his weapon as your own and add to your captain's cabin. Take Robert's sword. I don't need Edward's protection. You eye his sword enviously. I just need that fancy sword of yours. Robert swishes his sword through the air, taunting. Oh, you want it? Come and get it. Robert scrambles up in the rigging. You chase Robert into the rigging, finally reaching the crow's nest, just as Robert brings his sword crashing down on you. Barely manage to dodge as Robert's deep laugh rings out over the din of crashing weapons and shouts below. Now, precious, one little swordplay lesson and you think you're a real pirate. His voice drops to a vicious growl. But I know what you really are. Your heart stops as his piercing eyes glare at you. It's irrational, but for a fleeting instant it feels like he knows your secret. What do you mean? He takes another step forward, backing you up against the railing. You're the downfall of this crew and its former captain. You know what, Robert? You talk too much. And there's a saying, where I come from, put up or shut up. With a cry, Robert raises his weapon and slashes at you. He's fast, but you're faster, and you jump out of the way. The momentum of the sword embeds his sword in the railing. As he tries to pry his blade from the polished wood, you kick him in the back of the knee. Who's precious now, Robert? That's it. With an angry roar, he turns and strikes again. You parry his blow easily, your confidence soaring. Seriously, you kept talking like this would be hard or something. But here I am, kicking your ass. Not for long! He dives at you, his blade moving faster in a flurry of attacks. You block what you can and dodge the rest, watching for your opening. With a flick of your wrist, you tangle the tip of your blade between the guards on his hilt and yank. The sword goes flying up in the air. You brandish the sword at Robert with a wink. Yes. And that's how it's done. You bow with a flourish. My sword. My sword. Yay. Why is it captain's quarters if it's ours? You disarm Robert and stole his sword. Robert glares venomously at you for a moment and then jumps off the side of the crow's nest. Wait! You look over the edge just in time to see him swinging on a rope, landing safely on the deck. This isn't over, Robert. Scramble down after him. You jump back as Kendrick and Charlie come together in a fierce clash of steel right in front of you. Don't make me do this, lass. Do what? Betray us? It seems too late for that, Kendrick. Where did Robert go? Samuel slams in you, nearly knocking you off your feet. Oh. Peyton, my apologies. Oh dear. The two of you help each other up and over the railing. Are you hurt? Not yet. And just then you hear a shout coming from below. Ginny. You rush down the stairs and stop short at the sight of Ginny, her face streaked with tears, arguing with Jonas. You can't do this, you can't! Ginny, I just don't know if I can follow Edward anymore, not after... No, we're family. Isn't that what you always say? You don't turn your back on family. What's going on down here? Jonas, are you seriously doing this? You're like a father to Ginny. How can you do this to her? You don't know what you're talking about, Peyton. Ginny, you're too young to understand. What if Robert's right? Ginny gestures wildly. How can this be right? Mutiny's not the way to go about it, but Edward's not blameless in this. Think about how the captain's been running things. He's so focused on getting his revenge. Jonas, no! Yes, and I can't stand by and let you get hurt because of Edward's quest for vengeance, Ginny. If anything would happen to you... Tom shakes Ginny's thin little frame. Your heart hurts as you watch the two of them, both torn between each other and what they think is right. Peyton, please, you have to talk some sense into him. Convince Jonas to stay loyal to Ginny, and I'll be part of your crew for the rest of the book. All recruits are also added to your captain's cabin. Apparently this is going to be a thing. Convince Jonas to stay for Ginny. Look, Jonas, I know I'm new around here. Ah, you are. But I've watched you on the ship. With the crew. They mean something to you. No. They mean everything. Then you should trust Edward. They mean everything to him, too. He wouldn't put you guys in a situation you couldn't handle. But his obsession with the Admiral, it's going to get someone hurt. More than splitting up the crew? More than mutiny? And no, I suppose not. But Robert... you can't listen to Robert. He has an agenda. All he wants us to be captain again. You know it's true. That doesn't make me wrong about Edward. No, but it does make his motivations highly suspect. Besides, you lay one hand on Ginny's shoulder. What about Ginny? You're the only family she has left. You can't leave her like this. Please, Jonas. Jonas's resolve visibly falters. Ginny... And I don't think you want to. You have to do what's right. You have to stay. For a moment, Jonas doesn't move, then he drops to his knees and opens his arms towards Ginny. Come here. Does this mean... I'm staying. Yay. Ginny flies into his arms and he folds her into a hug. A moment later, she pulls back and punches him on the shoulder. I can't believe you even thought about leaving me. Ow. You better not do it again. I won't, I promise. Jonas stands and faces you. Thank you, Peyton. I'm glad you made me see what was at stake here. Anytime. Hear shouts coming from above. We need to get back up there. You rejoin the fray, working to battle back the mutineers. Sorry, lads. Hope ye don't take this personally. You barely managed to block Kenrick's advance. It feels pretty personal. The loyal crew members to Edward's outnumber Robert's mutineers, but with the element of surprise on their side, they aren't winning, are they? Kenrick yelps as Charlie darts by, slapping him sharply on the ass with the flat of her blade. Getting slow in your old age, Kenrick. Oi! Kenrick leaves you to chase after Charlie. Weird. She leads him all around the deck, darting this way and that, until... Now! Aye, Captain. Ginny pulls a lever, springing a trap. A rope net closes around the mutineers, lifting them off the deck amidst the grumbles and shouts. What the... Good work, Ginny. Smile as he puts a hand on the young girl's shoulder, and she smiles up at him. You tracked me, lass! And you betrayed me. But how did they know to light a trap? How indeed. The warning gave Edward at the time. Let me out! Robert's parrot flutters around the net.
Let me out! Let me out!
As Christ, kill the parrot now. As a loyal crew, lifts their swords in victory, Edward turns to you and bows. I thank you for the warning, Miss Bellamy. Without it, I'm certain we'd not prevailed so easily. Honestly, it was my pleasure. I mean, just look at Robert's face. This isn't over, Peyton. See? Worth it. Edward chuckles. Well, your vengeance is our gain. Maggie glowers at the mutineers as she gathers her weapons. Aye, as boat swan, it's my responsibility to inform you that as a result of your treachery... Treachery? Come on now, Maggie, these theatrics are unbecoming to ye. As a result of your treachery, your shares of the latest bounty are forfeit. That's what you get for starting a mutiny with the Admiral's ship on the horizon. Aye, 'tis lucky he didn't spot us and attack. Maybe some time in the brig will teach a lesson. As the loyal crew continues to argue with the mutineers, you find Edward a few feet away, staring off at the horizon. Edward, are you okay? He takes a deep breath, and for a brief moment he looks almost vulnerable. I should be asking you that question, Miss Bellamy. Maybe, but... my first mate didn't just betray me. You're the one I'm worried about. I appreciate your concern, Miss Bellamy, but I assure you that I am not worthy of it. You're better off spending your time thinking of someone else. Before you can respond, Edward turns to leave. I have to take care of some things. Tell the others I'll be in my cabin. Oh, okay. As Edward walks away, Charlie saunters over to you. There you are, lass. I was worried about you. Oh. Charlie sways a little, clutching at her side. Charlie. You catch her, notice blood staining her shirt. You're injured. Just a scratch. But you're bleeding. You might need stitches. You take her elbow and start for the stairs. Come on. Samuel, Charlie needs your help. You're making a fuss out of nothing. I'm fine. No, you're not, but Samuel will get you fixed up. If we can find him. He must be tending to others. It can't be easy for one person to treat everyone. I haven't seen him since the whole mess began. He's probably fixing up someone worse off than me. Perhaps I should sit down. May I? He nods and you tug her shirt up a bit. He's taking a deep breath at the side of a gash across her ribs. Oh, yeah. You definitely need stitches. Henry emerges from among the cargo. What's this then? And Charlie's hurt and I can't find Samuel. I'm passable with a needle. Henry sneezes and wipes his one good hand on his shirt. You eye his hook dubiously. Well, let's get on with it then. Take care of Charlie yourself. I suppose 'tis my turn to need the rescue. Shoo Henry out of the hold. Go on, we need a little privacy for this. I need to focus. He tosses a wave over his shoulder as he leaves, and you take a deep breath. Okay, I can do this. I gotta sterilize everything, so boiling water. Charlie squints at you as though you put the kettle on. I don't mean to rush you, but this might not be the time for tea. It's not for tea. It's to kill the germs. Germs? I've been stitched up a good many times, and I've never heard of such a thing. Well, just trust me, okay? You want me to do this, even if it takes longer. If you're sure it'll help. After you sterilize everything, you lay it on an orderly fashion, trying to prepare yourself for the task ahead. Okay, there we go. Charlie settles onto a stool as you pick up the needle. You take a deep breath and you begin to suture her side. Thunderation! Sorry, do you want me to stop? No, it's just a pinch. Startled me, that's all. Despite her words, Charlie looks a little woozy. If I don't distract her, she might faint. I should tell her a story about my past. You know, I had to have stitches once. Did you now? I did. Fell right out of a tree. You show her the faint scar along your hairline. Looks like it was painful. Not as much as you think. The broken arm was worse. I cried like a baby. Then again, I was only 9. You finish the row of stitches and clip the thread. Then lean in close to inspect your work. Not bad. Peyton, not bad at all. You look up and realize, with a jolt of awareness, just how close you are. Thanks, love. Your heart thumps faster as you dip your head slowly towards hers. Charlie. Her hand catches the front of your shirt and her lips press against yours. Peyton. Her mouth is warm, tastes like spice, and she licks at your lower lip with a low chuckle that's almost a growl. You deepen the kiss and your entire body tingles as her tongue strokes over yours. You taste as sweet as I would have imagined. You're biased, and probably a little lightheaded. Her hand tightens at your hip, keeping you close as she whispers against your mouth. Perhaps we'll have to try again, another time, just to check. I'll hold you to that. Step back as Charlie examines her wound. What do you think? Did I do a good job? I won't even have a scar. Charlie smiles up at you, and then a look of confusion crosses her face. I still don't understand that nonsense about germs, though. Guilt surges through you. You take a deep breath. Look, Charlie, the truth is, I'm not what you think I am. Then who are you? I'm from the future, like 250 freaking years in the future, and I can prove it with... You pull out your phone to show her. This is called a cell phone. It hasn't been invented yet, but trust me, it's life-changing. It has a calculator, a flashlight, a camera. Charlie takes it from your hands and examines it. Tis just a black brick. Well, you have to turn it on first. I've been keeping it off to preserve battery. You point to the button on the side. Charlie tilts her head and studies you through narrowed eyes. You don't seem like you took an unusual solid blow to the head. I didn't whack my head. And what about my proof? Charlie looks back at your phone, then returns it to you. I admit, I don't know what that is, but I do know you're absolutely mad. If you believe that, then why do you sound so happy? All the best pirates are at least a little mad. Charlie hops off the stool and grins at you. And then I don't care where you're from. I don't care that you're here. A round of shouts above draws your attention. That doesn't sound good. You rush up to the main deck, only to find that the prisoners have escaped. Oh, for the love of... How did this happen? Who was guarding them? I'm sorry, Captain. I thought I had everything under control until... Is that Samuel? But the mutineers rowing away from Poseidon's Revenge on a lifeboat. Samuel at the helm. He held the pistol to me head as the others escaped. Samuel, how could ye? Jenny huddles against Jonas's side. I don't understand all this is happening. I'm sorry, Jenny. You haven't seen the last of us, Captain, but next time.
You're doomed! You're doomed! Ah!
Should we set a course to follow, Captain? Or bring the cannons round? We can't fire on them, no matter how much we want to. For a moment, Edward glowers silently down at the retreating rowboat. Then he nods. Why can't you fire at them? Charlie's right. Let them go. Then what do we do now? We stay the course and find the Admiral's ship. I don't understand why we can't fire on them. I don't understand. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description below, links to social media, Discord, if you'd like to support me and my content. Be greatly appreciated if you did so. Even though you're not, if you're not able to, support the channel through either the join button or the links down below, please consider sharing the video or channel to your friends, your family, or just a share in general. It's greatly appreciated. It means the world to me, it means the world to this community, it means the world to, again, to just growing this community. If you care at all about the content you're watching in this community, you will do that. That's all I ask. That's really all I ask. I have never asked for a single penny from any of you. All I've asked is for a simple click of a button. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Catch y'all. Peace.